My sister's life was a train wreck, and my parents were the tracks she kept derailing. I'd warned them for years, but love is a stubborn blindfold. It was a chilly November evening when my phone lit up with Mom's name. I braced myself. Her calls were never just to chat. "Ellie, we need to talk," she said, her voice tight, like she was swallowing glass. "It's about Lisa." Of course it was. My sister. Lisa was a walking disaster with 3 kids and a knack for bad decisions. Mom and Dad had already sold their house, the one they'd spent 30 years paying off, to cover her debts. They drained their savings too, bailing her out of a failed business and a string of evictions. And now, Mom was calling me, her tone a mix of desperation and demand. "I'm Ellie, the responsible daughter, the one who didn't ask for handouts, who built a quiet life with a steady job and a small apartment. I love my family, but Lisa, she was a black hole, sucking everyone dry. Growing up, she was the golden child, charming, reckless, always forgiven. I was the shadow, cleaning up her messes. By 35, I'd learned to set boundaries, but Mom's call was about to test them. "Lisa's in trouble again," Mom said. I could hear Dad in the background, his voice low, muttering something about no more. Trouble for Lisa wasn't new. 2 years ago, she'd launched a boutique with zero business sense, racked up loans, and defaulted. My parents, nearing 70, sold their cozy 3-bedroom home to pay it off. They moved into a cramped rental, their retirement dreams shattered. Lisa's kids, sweet, confused Ava, 10, Noah, 7, and little Mia, 4, were caught in the crossfire, shuffled between motels and friends' couches. Mom and Dad took them in when Lisa couldn't, pouring their savings into food, clothes, and school supplies. I chipped in when I could, but my teacher's salary only stretched so far. "What now?" I asked, my stomach nodding. "She's in jail," Mom whispered. "Shoplifting. She says it was for the kids, but we need money for bail, and the kids need a place to stay." I laughed, sharp and bitter, before I could stop myself. "You're kidding. After everything." "Don't be cruel, Ellie," Mom snapped. "She's your sister." Cruel, I wanted to scream. Cruel was watching my parents lose everything while Lisa played victim. Cruel was Mom calling me to fix it, as if I hadn't warned them 100 times. But I heard the crack in her voice, the weight of a mother's love twisted into guilt. I couldn't hang up. The next day, I drove to their rental, a squat, peeling duplex that smelled of damp carpet. Dad sat at the kitchen table, staring at his hands, his face gray with defeat. Mom was pacing, her eyes red-rimmed. Ava, Noah, and Mia were in the living room, watching cartoons on a flickering TV. Ava looked up, her eyes too old for her face. "Is Mom okay?" she asked. My heart broke. "She'll be fine." I lied, kneeling to hug her. Noah clung to my arm, and Mia, clutching a stuffed bunny, just stared. These kids didn't deserve this. "Ellie, we need your help," Mom said, pulling me aside. "We've got nothing left. The bail's $5,000 and the kids, we can't keep up." "You've got savings, don't you?" I froze. My savings, $12,000 scraped together over years for a down payment on a house, were my lifeline. I dreamed of a place to call mine, a future free of my sister's chaos. "You want my money?" I asked, my voice low. "It's for family," Mom said, as if that settled it. Dad finally spoke. "We shouldn't ask her. Mary, it's not fair." His voice was heavy, like he'd aged a decade in 2 years. "Fair," Mom shot back. "Was it fair when we lost our home? Lisa's kids need us. Ellie's fine. She's got no kids, no responsibilities." Her words stung, like I'd been slapped. My life, my sacrifices, reduced to no responsibilities. I wanted to walk out, but Ava's small hand found mine, anchoring me. Over the next week, I wrestled with the decision. I visited Lisa in jail, hoping for what remorse. She sat across from me, her face pale but defiant. "I didn't mean for this," she said. "I was getting food for the kids. You stole liquor." "Lisa," I said, my voice flat, Don't lie. Her eyes flashed. You don't get it. You've never had to struggle. I laughed, incredulous. Struggle I've been cleaning up after you since we were kids. And now you've taken mom and dad's lives with you. She looked away, silent. For a moment, I saw the sister I'd once loved, the one who'd braided my hair, who'd shared secrets under the covers. But that girl was gone, buried under years of excuses. Back home, I couldn't sleep. The kids' faces haunted me, Ava's quiet strength, Noah's fear, Mia's innocence. I thought of my parents, broken by loyalty to a daughter who'd never change. I thought of my savings, my dreams. Was it selfish to hold on to them? Was it fair to let my parents carry this alone? I called Mom. I'll pay the bail, I said, my voice shaking. But this is the last time, and the kids stay with me until Lisa's stable. Mom sobbed with relief. Thank you, Ellie. You're a good daughter. I didn't feel good. I felt like I'd betrayed myself. Lisa was released, but the kids came to my apartment. It was cramped, chaotic, but alive with their laughter and mess. I enrolled them in school, bought them clothes, and read bedtime stories. Ava started smiling more. Noah stopped flinching at loud noises. Mia called me Auntie L. My savings dwindled bail, groceries, a bigger bed, but their warmth filled a void I hadn't known existed. Lisa, true to form, didn't change. She crashed with friends, promising to get it together. But weeks turned to months. Mom called again, softer now, asking if I'd help with Lisa's rent. I said no. For the first time, I meant it. Dad visited one day, watching the kids play. You're doing what we couldn't, he said, his voice thick. You're saving them. I shook my head. I'm trying, but I'm not you. I can't lose everything for her. He nodded, tears in his eyes. We made mistakes. Don't make ours. Months later, Lisa showed up, claiming she was better. She wanted the kids back. My heart sank. They loved her. But could I trust her? I looked at Ava, who was watching her mom with wary hope. I made Lisa sign a custody agreement with clear terms: sobriety, a job, stability. She agreed, but her eyes were restless. The kids left, and my apartment felt empty. I rebuilt my savings, slowly, but the dream of a house felt less urgent. I'd found something bigger, a family I'd chosen to fight for, on my terms. Lisa relapsed within a year. The kids came back to me. Mom stopped calling with demands, her voice softer now, tinged with regret. Dad started gardening again, a small act of reclaiming himself. We were healing, but the scars remained. What would you do? When does love for family become a sacrifice too far? Where do you draw the line between duty and self-preservation? Share your thoughts. There's no right answer, only hard choices.